Hello everyone, this is Ramzan Ali. So today we are going to talk about introduction to programming in Kotlin. So before starting, if you didn't subscribe my YouTube channel, subscribe it and press the bell icon for latest updates and news. So we are going to talk about Kotlin programming. We will just try to know about basic of Kotlin programming. But before starting, I already uploaded the video about how to install Android Studio and how to install in Windows and how to install in download and install in my operating system. So you can also go through this video and we will also practice some codes today, basic syntax of Kotlin programming. And then we will also going to create our own application using Android Studio. And at the end of this lecture, I will also show you the interface of an Android Studio and so on. So let's start without any delay. So we are going to talk about Kotlin. So Kotlin basically it's a modern and concise and help reduce code length, making apps more settable and less uh, code. And it's widely used by professionals Android developer for its efficiency and reliability. So in this course, you will learn about foundational Kotlin programming and their concept and to preparing you for app development. So it's a very easy language and understandable and the code is less and you can also create a application in Flutter and Java. In Java, there is length of code is higher and a little bit difficult, but it's easy for you to learn about to develop your own application by using Kotlin. So next, what we are going to build for today that is in Kotlin, short program in Kotlin that display message when you run them, and what uh, you are going to learn how to write and run simple Kotlin program and how to modify a program to change the output. And for this, you just need no need to install that compiler if you have online, internet, and if you have web browser, just type search on Google online compiler for Kotlin code, or when you search it, automatically Kotlin Playground will be appear. It's official website of Kotlin. Then you can run your codes and you can run your you can analyze your codes and do practice and be careful about it in Kotlin Playground terminal or compiler. In that, you can just analyze the code. You can just do the practice of your codes to understand the syntax, but you are not able to build your own application. For building an application, you must need to install Android Studio in your system, and then you can build your application proper. So we have some further lectures, and we will make our application as well as. So objective that you will use code editor, a tool that assists in writing and editing code accurately by offering feature like auto complete and error detection. And you can't build app in Kotlin Pro Playground, so you must need to use Android Studio. And as I told, there is feature that is auto complete and error detection. You can, when you run, if you have error, there is also some icons, then you can analyze that, click on it, and you can identify where is error and where is problem. You can easily fix this problem as well as. So this is the playground of Kotlin. So uh, if you look at that, there is a syntax main function and then main and then curly brackets and then there is the print line and hello print. So we will also explore by using compiler, Kotlin compiler. So, but be careful. I will suggest you when you are going to practice your code by using any compiler, like for Python, for Java, must do practice by your hands. If you are doing practice by your hand, or if you're doing copy paste, then you will face problem. The first thing that you are not able to understand the code. The second things that you're not able to understand the syntax, and then also you will get error. So there is proper good practice if you are doing without copy pasting and you are doing step by step by your hand and line by line. You are writing the code. You will understand the syntax of code, and you will also learn about the logic of your code as well as. So, so let's run our first program in Kotlin. So that is, let me share the screen of Kotlin playground. That is, let me stop this sharing first, and then, yes. So this is the playground of Kotlin where you can write the code and you can get output. So first code that is fun, and there is main and open close bracket. Then there is curly brackets, and then you have to write. Look, when I write function main, by default, the line is appear in the after four space. If you copy paste, so there will be all code will be appear in that sequence. So be careful. Yes. So then let me, I want to hello world or hello print, hello Android, print line. So there is print line that if you remember in Python, we write print. If we assign the variable, we mention in open close bracket the mm, variable name, and then we will get a result. But in that case, in Kotlin, we have to write print ln. Line means L small and n, and then open and close bracket, and then double quotation, and then hello world or hello Android. Okay, so let's run this program. Look, they give you this error. Look, too many characters in a character. So the basic purpose that this compiler also identify you where is the problem, syntax problem, or you miss double quotations, or you miss some characters. So look at that. Now I fix the error, and let's check the output. That is, which one the error? That is, I mentioned before, running this code, which error I had, uh, that is, sorry, I put it the single quotation, and I just run. So I get error. And so be careful about it. You have to put double quotation to the string line that you write. So the error has been fixed. So let me go again into the lecture slides. Okay. So the next is that we run our first program. So when you click the run button, a lot of happened. As I told, I didn't mention the double quotation, it get error. You immediately notify, and you need to something called in the Kotlin compiler, which takes the Kotlin code you wrote and look at the line by line and translate it into the something that the computer can understand. This process is called compiling your code. Okay. So the next is look at uh, that how does this work? So a Kotlin program is required to have a main function that is mentioned in green. Look at that in the slide. So there is main function, which is the specific place in your code where the program start running. And then the main function is the entry point or starting point of the program. So now you are wondering that what is function? So let's talk about next part of function. So in your code, you define a function first. That means you specify all instruction needed to perform that task. Once the function is defined, then you can call that function so the instruction within the function can be performed or executed. So for example, you write out a step-by-step instruction and how to bake a chocolate cake. So this set of instruction can be a name like bake chocolate cake. Then every time you want to bake a cake and you can execute the bake chocolate cake instruction. So if you want three cakes, you need to execute the bake chocolate cake instruction three times. The first step is defining the steps and giving it a name, which is considered defining the function. So then you can refer to the steps anytime you want them to be executed, which is considered calling the function. So I hope you're clear about what is function. So look at in this slide. These are the key part that needed to define a function. The function need a name, so you call it later. And the function can also require some inputs or information that need to provide them then when the function is called. So the function use these inputs to uh, publish to analyze your code, its purpose, and requiring inputs is optional, and some functions do not require inputs. So the function also has a body which contain the instruction to perform the task. So in your screen, this is the body of your function. Okay, look at if you have input some data that you want to take input from the user, and after input, complete input, your code will be executed. So the translate the above that diagram into Kotlin code, use the following syntax or format for defining a function. So the order of these elements matters. The word fun means function. The this word fun must come first, followed by the function name, and followed by the inputs in parentheses, and followed by the curly brackets around the function body. That we also have experience in previous Kotlin program. Okay. So look at in next slide. There is more concept about the function. That is, if you look at the slide, the function the definition start from the word function, as I told. Then the name of function, that is main. There are no inputs to function, so parentheses are empty. So there is one line code in the function body, that is print line, and in double quotation hello world, which is located between opening and closing curly brackets of the function. So look at that. The in the blue, if you look at function main, there is the name and input, and the print line hello world, this is the body of your code. Okay. So next is function keywords. Basically, it's indicate that you are about to define a function in Kotlin. Use the special word fun, that is short of for function. On a new line, you must type fun exactly as shown in the lowercase letter. So you can't use func. No, just fun. This is the keyword of function, or some alternative spelling, because the Kotlin compiler have, have not recognized that your meanings, because already this is function keyword, that is the special word are called. So keywords in Kotlin and are reserved for a specific purpose, such as creating a new function in Kotlin. So there is some examples. If you look at that slide, calculate, tape, display error message, take a photo. Okay. So next, function input. So look at that in that diagrams. So an input is a piece of data that a function needs to perform its purpose. When you define a function, you can require that certain inputs be passed in when the function is called. If there is no input required for a function, the parentheses are empty. Okay. Next is function body. So if you look at that in the diagrams, the function body, so the program contain one function, the main function, and main is a special function name in Kotlin. When you are writing your code in Kotlin playground, your code should be written inside the main and then curly bracket, open and close bracket. That is function or called from the main function. So it is a simple explained in that slide, that is also mentioned. So next is, look, there is only one line code in the body of main. So this line of code is a statement because it's perform a specific action, which is to print hello world text, and in the output pane, more specifically, the print line function is being called on this line of code. So print line is a function that already defined in the Kotlin language. That means the team of engineers who created the Kotlin language already wrote out the function declaration of the print line function. So the function required one input, which is the message that should be printed. Okay, look, in the next slide, modify your program. So if you want to run multiple lines, so you have to write two times. The first already mentioned that hello world, if you want to write two times, then you have to write again, print hello world. Then output will be appear two times, hello world, hello world. Yes. And then look at, there is more detail, that is, here are some of relevant style guide recommendation for what you will learn in Kotlin so far. So the function means should be in a camel case and should be verbs or verb phrases, and each statement should be on its own line. The opening curly brackets should be appear at the end of the line where the function begins. So there should be a space before the opening curly brackets. So look at that in that slide. There is blue spaces mentioned. Okay. There is more, as I told you in the beginning, after writing main function, then main, and then after space curly brackets and enter. So actually you need four spaces. Sometimes there is old editor terminal, uh, so or some error. So be careful about before print line to print something that is four space, like four spaces. And then be careful, you have to close the curly brackets to get output or to analyze the your code. So that is also very important. Your function start your code and end the curly bracket should be in the equal way. That is very important. So closing curly brackets is on its own line after the last line of code. So in the function body, the closing bracket should line up with the function keyword at the beginning of the function. Okay. Look, if you run this code, fun, main, then curly bracket start, print line, today is sunny. Look, it's give you the syntax error. If you look at that, there is expected error is double quotation is missing. And there is a syntax error, incorrect template entry. Yes, but there is double quotation is missing. So if you look at that in the next slide, if you write this code, so your output will be today is sunny. Okay. So let's do some task. You can also try. I will answer. So identify, that is, you have to, your output must be like this. For example, fun, main, and then you print 3, print 4, print 5. So what is your output? So in comment section, you can write the answer of this code. Then I will appreciate you. And the answer is 3, 4, 5. Okay. Look at code. Your output must be like this. I am learning Kotlin. So simple, print the same function main, and then print I am in the double quotation instead of 3, then print in double quotation learning, then print in double quotation Kotlin. So answer will be like this. Okay. So this is the code. So modify your output must be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So you have to answer in comment section of this task. Yes. So what would be the exact answer? Look, you have to also give the answer that what is the error in this code? Main function, open close bracket. So you have to write, but output must be tomorrow is raining. So identify and give the comment section of task this, that the fix error, and you have to answer in the comment section. Next task is identify the error, and you have to answer this question also into the comment section. And this is next task, analyze and identify where is the error, and also you have to answer in the comment section. And next is this, fix the error, look at, be careful code, and identify where is error and write the answer in comment section. So this is a summary of today lesson, about today lecture. So as I told you that when you install your Android Studio, you must need to install, download SDK Manager as well as to run your proper program in Android Studio to run your, to support your some Android application that you are going to build. That is main that you have to click, select them and install them. So let's go through with Android Studio, and let's understand about some points related to Kotlin Android Studio. So let me share with screen of Android Studio. Mhm. Android Studio. Okay. Look, this is the interface of your Android Studio at your phone. Okay. Look, for example, if you create a new project, that is from there, when you install, automatically screen will be appear as I told you. So look, when you, in the beginning, we will learn about empty activity, then other activities, and we will explore all activities and we will try to build our own application. But in the beginning, we will start from the empty activity. So be careful about some things, that is, for example, you are writing some program. For example, the first is creating card. It's our first Android application project that we will learn about in the next lesson. So this is very important. Package name. Don't, your must package line must be start from .com example greeting card. So be careful about your package name must be like this. So by default, when you create new project, it would be appeared. So when you create, new window will be appear in your Android Studio. So be careful about when you want to run your Android Studio, you have to add configuration. There is two options. If you are using less memory of your system, that is RAM is less, definitely it will take a lot of time to run your program, because the Android Studio need a lot of good specification. Like if you have 16 GB RAM, that's perfect. And you can easily run and analyze your application. But if you have less, more than like less than 10 or 12 GB, or less, more than 8 or 8, then you can maybe also run. If still there is problem, then there is also one screen will be appear to split the screen. I will show you next lecture. Then you can click on it. Behind in the screen, one uh, window will be appear, and you can run your, you can check your result, or after analyzing, after making your app, how it's look alike. Yes. So you have to add, you can also appear the device like your own Android phone to connect and check output of your own phone on your mobile phone, that how look alike your application. Yes. So there is also option, and you can also create new devices for supporting like to analyzing. So this is the by default code. So you have to run. So when you run automatically, there is a running device will be appear. So I already created eliminator. So this is the by default, that is hello and right. So we will create our next lecture in next lecture next in next lecture we will create our first application. So stay touch with this YouTube channel and subscribe this channel for next videos. So see you in the next lesson. Have a good day.